Hello there, Ringside crew.
Hey dudes at Ringside crew, this is Davian.
Hey, it's Jenny Santana here.
This is Alfie.
This is the Savage Juggernaut, Tamaku.
Inside Ring!
This is Thomas D. Bruff.
This is Billy Starks.
Mr. Chad Epic.
Megan Mason.
Hey everybody, Scotland's own Brody Adler.
The headliner in charge, Marco Mania.
This is your girl, Charisma.
Papa Dink, Brendan Dicker.
This is According to Woods.
Savannah Summers.
I'm Shorty.
Tasman is Sass.
You are watching
The internationally known
Dudes at Ringside podcast, hosted by Metal Geek and Joe the Panther Jr.
Hello there, wrestling fans, and welcome to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I am your host, Joe the Panther the Third, and now from the top of Metal Mountain all the way down to all 50 states and the globe, it's that super Valentine himself, the Metal Geek.
What's going on, Ringside crew? What's going on, internationally known? What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Joe? How's it going today?
Not too much, man. I feel a little unbreakable today.
Yeah.
Nothing could break my spirit. So you introduce the guest, Geekers.
Let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome to our guest, Lexi Gomez.
The Unbreakable.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Welcome, Lexi Gomez. So,
Thank you for having me. Very excited.
Same here. So if our fans aren't familiar with you, introduce yourself.
All right, I'm the Unbreakable Lexi Gomez. I'm a Florida independent wrestler. I've been wrestling for 4 years now. Yeah.
So Lexi, who trained you?
So I trained in a school in Orlando, and I did a lot of training under a name that I usually don't talk about anymore, just because
That's okay. It's okay. That's fine.
Yeah, but
fine.
right now I'm training at over with the Tampa Bay Pro, and I get to do a lot of fun stuff, and I get to attend a lot of places and learn from a lot. I did a lot of after I started training, I did a lot of open ring with a bunch of my fellow students. It kind of got comfortable with learning what moves to do and how I feel like my character would work and everything like that. So done a lot of self, and then it's a little tricky.
Yeah.
Okay. It's good. It's like certain things we don't like. If and Dudes at Ringside, if you don't want to touch it, we won't talk about it. We're like the same level you guys. We don't want to get ourselves in trouble, and we don't want to get you in trouble. Yeah. We want to keep it level, So,
yes.
Yeah. Keep the heat away, right?
Keep the heat away. Keep the heat for the summertime. All right.
Yeah.
So what's some of the places you would love to travel to that you have not traveled to yet?
Ooh, I've always wanted to go to the UK and to wrestle there, to travel there. I also really want to go to California. I'm really want to go over there to see everything and to be able to wrestle over there, because there's a lot of great places. Also Mexico. I've always wanted to go. And I've always wanted to wrestle there. I love the atmosphere down there. And my family, my dad's side of my family is Mexican. So it'd be touching my base and my roots. So I would love to go to Mexico.
But the most important thing, Lexi, is people say this, but they don't say this. When you go to a Spanish country, are you fluent in Spanish?
I am not, but I'm trying to learn. I wasn't raised on that side of my family, so I never took it upon myself to learn Spanish, which I really regret. It's one of my biggest life regrets that I hate. But my boyfriend is currently trying to teach me. My best friend speaks Spanish, so I'm trying to get her to teach me. So I have a translator with me at all times, but I want to be able to speak and communicate in that language. So that's a New Year's resolution, is to learn to speak Spanish. So hopefully I keep up with it.
Yeah, I'm half Puerto Rican, so it's kind of I have to watch and listen.
Okay.
Yeah, I watch and listen to anything my dad says to my grandmother. So I'm like, What are they saying?
It's kind of tricky, especially when like you learn kind of like where like Puerto Ricans speak like different with like the slang and then like the Mexican slang. It's all different. So like I try to have like an open ear for everything, but sometimes just speak too fast. I can't keep up.
Yeah, totally. Oh my gosh. Geek, your turn.
But I asked about what countries.
So I saw you're in a tag team with your partner. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. Me and my best friend Catalina Perez, we're very important baddies, VIB. We've been together for I think about like 2 years. And we recently just started branching out, and I know women's tag team is coming up. Well, a lot of tag team is actually coming around. So we're really like trying to focus on that and grow. We actually have our championship match coming up for a show that we work for called Movement Championship Wrestling. It's coming up on the 19th, so we're going to be defending our tag team titles for the first time. So I'm very excited about that.
I almost said the old name for your tag team, Bad and Bougie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bad and Bougie. That was fun. I still am trying to get used to the name change.
What's your favorite wrestling?
I'm excited to explore and to try out. It is taking some time to get used to, but I love it. I miss the old name, but gotta leave it behind.
Yeah. Wait, there's a question from the audience. What is your favorite wrestler? Favorite wrestling move?
My favorite wrestler?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
no favorite wrestling move.
Wrestling move.
Oh, move. Okay. Yeah. Well, I really like my favorite's probably my sit out powerbomb. That's my finisher. It's one of my favorites. I'm a big fan of code breakers. Love doing it. Love them. They look great. Yeah. And who doesn't love a good super kick?
Oh yeah.
It could be done beautifully.
There's some wrestlers that can do it like there's a few wrestlers that like can hit it like Michaels, and then there's some people that try to change the way that they do it. They'll fall down, they'll fall to the side. Like they'll fall down. Yeah.
It's challenging when you have to get your leg up like that. Like I've had a lot of attempts that didn't come out right. Sometimes it's for me. Try to Michaels it, but it's kind of hard to get it up there.
Yeah.
What would you say? Like, what would you say some of your favorite wrestlers are?
Some of my favorite wrestlers. Well, I've always been a fan of like Lita and Edge and Christian. Like all of like most of my favorite times in wrestling and like favorite wrestlers usually come from like the Attitude Era. So I love all of them. If I'm like talking like currents, let's see. I love Taya Valkyrie. I've always been a fan of her, and she's very talented, and I like her style. I'm not sure. I have a lot of favorites. I have a favorite for like every kind of aspect. That's always a hard question.
Yeah.
If you could wrestle anybody from the past, who would you want? Who, past or present? Who would you choose to wrestle and why?
Ooh, past and present, like anywhere?
Yeah, from the past of any promotion. Yeah.
That's a good question.
Could be anybody.
It could be like.
Sorry. What was it?
It could be from any like you know how AEW has that door that anybody can go through. It could be like that from any promotion. It doesn't matter.
Gotcha. I don't know. I think I've answered this before with the same answer, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Lita, just because she's. I don't know. I've looked up to her when I was little and remember watching her being like a badass chick on TV doing freaking hurricanranas and everything, and I just love her flashy style, and it would be so cool to step in the ring with her. Like my childhood dream would be like, oh my god, yeah, that's probably who I'd go with, Lita, for sure.
So, Sign Donometer says, what inspired your new black and blue wrestling gear?
Black and blue wrestling gear. I don't know. I remember when I got my gear done with the black and the blue, I just really wanted something that was um darker but with like a pop of color, because my favorite color is black and I can't always just do black. And I just went through like some pictures on like Pinterest, and I've always like liked the darker blues, like kind of green. And I seen like this biker looking outfit that was very similar to the pants that I have, with like the crosses, and it had like sequins underneath it. So I told the lady who did my gear that this is like what I wanted. So she showed me some like colors, and I wanted the black, like kind of like wet leathery look, kind of like the biker pants that I seen. And yeah, and it kind of reminds me like a little mermaid, like with the green and like the sparkly blues. So yeah, that probably won't do the black and blue again. I think I want to think outside the box for my next gear, but yeah, it was fun rocking it.
And our buddy Stefan says that the forbidden door is open. What's up, everyone?
Yeah, that's the forbidden door is open. Everybody's welcome, of course.
Even dudes at ringside. Stefan's coming on through the door
Our
right now.
podcast always has a forbidden door. We never know who's coming through. Never know who's coming through our door. We know because we plan them months in advance, but we really don't know sometimes, because sometimes it could be this, it could be that.
Yeah,
But
it's like when you wake up, Joe. It's like
with us being podcasters, sometimes we wake up with 6 messages, sometimes we wake up with no messages. You guys probably wake up with thousands of messages coming to your phones. Yeah. Jeez. So my next question is, have you ever wrestled in New York yet?
I've not, but it's on my list. I really would like this year for it to happen. I've always wanted to, but not yet.
You should definitely check out Victory Pro Wrestling on Long Island, New York. They're a very good promotion, and their roster is white hot.
Okay.
And Outlaw and the New York Wrestling Connection.
Okay. Yeah, I know my friend, I know Catalina, she's been going up to, I believe, Long Island. Either, I don't know if it's Long Island, but I know she's from Long Island. But I know she's been going up to New York to work, so hopefully I'll tag along with her one of these shows.
And PPW in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yeah, that's another good one.
So here's a good question. What is your absolute favorite place you traveled to?
My absolute favorites? So for coming from the places that I've been, I just recently started doing a lot of traveling, like the past year or two. But I feel like my most favorite is probably Puerto Rico. The first time I went, I wrestled 2 shows there, and it was my first time ever being on an island. It was my first time ever flying. So I have a really good like experience there, like good memories there. I went another time to wrestle. I went just for my birthday last year. And it's just so beautiful. I was able to go to like this rainforest for my birthday. Then I was able to go to the beach the last time I was there, and the beaches there are so beautiful, so clear. The sand is so nice, and I just like the atmosphere of just being on an island. And that's where my boyfriend's from, so he gets to show me like everything where he grew up, and he tells me like all like the like the culture and the stories there. So it's really nice every time I get to go there, and it's definitely like my favorite place to travel. I miss it. I want to go back so bad.
So, Lexi, do you have any stories from the ring or the road?
Do I have any what?
Do you have any?
Joe, before that, Stefan wrote, Creative Pro and House of Glory, big show tomorrow.
Oh, that's the Creative Pro and House of Glory are the other 2 promotions that are really good too, that are in the New York.
Oh, in New York?
Yeah. Glory is a good one, and Creative Pro. My question was, do you have any stories from the ring or the road? That you can tell they won't get you.
I always get this question. I don't know why. I can never think of one off the top of my head. I mean, just recently we were pulled over in Georgia for speeding, and that was the most like craziest thing that's happened to me that I can think of. I don't know. I guess something always happens when we're in Georgia that like we either like get a nail in our tire or get pulled over or something. There's something about Georgia that when we're traveling from shows, not to shows, just something happens. I don't know. It goes wrong, but then it's easily fixed. So I guess I have like a bad memory sometimes. So it's hard for me to think of like interesting stories to tell. And I always feel so bad because I give like the most boring answer, but give me a couple more runs and maybe I'll start having more interesting stories to talk about on the road.
Yeah. It happens. Certain wrestlers have like the best road stories. Certain wrestlers' stories are just they don't have enough experience on the road because they just haven't traveled that far.
Right. I mean, I always have a really good time, like, when I travel with, like, my friends and everything, and we always have such a great time, but, like, I guess I'm so used to it, because, like, I travel with the same people, so, like, the experiences that I have, it's just, like, experiencing, like, me hanging out with my friends, so it's, like, it's hard for me to, pick and choose, like, what I like the most and everything, and I just enjoy every car ride, to be honest. It's fun every time.
Yeah.
Who would you say your favorite person to work with is?
That's really
A tough one,
I really like working, this is crazy, with my tag partner Catalina, because a lot of people who know us know that before we started tagging, we were wrestling each other on every single show, like almost every weekend. We were running a storyline at ACW. That's basically how we became so close, and we became so well known with each other, that we wrestled and had matches with each other so much that we brought the best out in each other. So no matter what, I always say she's my favorite person. And even now, like when we have like tag matches together, she's so creative and we work so well with each other that like it makes everything like smooth, like super smooth. Another person I really like to work with is Kylan. She's
Kylan
she's
King,
like a wrestling
yeah, Kylan King.
she's all
yeah.
She brings out the best in everybody. It's so much fun to step in the ring with her, and I want to do it over and over again. She's just so talented, and I love her, and she's great. And I always have a magical time when I'm in the ring with her.
She's loved. Yeah. She's loved in the ringside area. She's one of our peeps. She's a good person, and she's super sweet, and she's super gentle.
She's so kind, so sweet.
Yeah.
I've known her for a while.
She's such an animal in the ring. Lexi, it's so funny. It's sad at the same time. You think in the ring she's such an animal, but in person she's like a big teddy bear.
She's funny.
I know. I love her. Too. I love her.
She's been on the podcast. But she got mad at me, Lexi, because I have not seen Spider-Man yet, and she's like,
No, you hate Spider-Man.
I don't hate Spider-Man. I'm a Ghostbusters fan.
Hate Spider-Man? Okay, I can't judge you on that because I just got in the Spider-Man like wagon. Like I just started getting into Marvel movies, so I can't be the one to be like, oh my god, how could you? But I'm also a really big fan of it now. So like, you definitely why not? You need to get into it, man.
Yeah, I'm a DC guy. I don't know. I grew up with Green Lantern. And
both.
Yeah. I can't say I don't because I'm a fan of Wolverine. So I am technically into Marvel. So
right.
What would you say your favorite Marvel character is?
Ooh, my favorite Marvel character is Thor.
Okay.
It has always been Thor, and the reason is that is just because like when I was little, I had a huge crush on Chris Hemsworth. I mean, I still do, and that's really the only reason why I watched Marvel movies was because of Thor, Chris Hemsworth. So he's hands down my favorite, but I do have like a favorite now that I'm more like a fan of the movies rather than just watching the actor. My boyfriend got me in and we started binge watching like from like the beginning, all the Avengers, everything, all the in-between movies. And I gotta say, my favorite's probably Spider-Man, but the Sony universe. So Andrew Garfield, that's my favorite. Love him. He's my favorite.
I would have to say Winter Soldier is probably one of the best movies. Winter Soldier.
Wait, I can't hear you.
Winter
Soldier.
Winter Soldier?
Yeah. One of the best Marvel movies. That I would say.
Yes. I watched Winter Soldier recently and it was really good. I also liked Black Widow. I know a lot of people didn't like Black Widow.
I like Black Widow. I thought that was awesome.
One I want to see so bad, sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, the one I want to see, I have not seen yet, and I keep seeing the commercials for is Venom. I want to see Venom.
Let that be
I was
Carter.
just about to talk about Venom. Yeah, I was just about to talk about Venom. I was gonna ask, like, is Venom considered like a superhero or whatever? Because if not, I take back what I said. He's my favorite. I can
He's
a
I can
villain.
watch some
Venom's a
Venom.
villain.
Unpredictable. He's so unpredictable. You don't know if he's gonna rip your head off your shoulders or help if save your life. You know, like he's the
Yeah, I
yin-yang.
love him. He's very relatable. I relate to him a lot.
Batman is my fave DC, and
I don't
Black
trust
Widow's my favorite.
Batman. He's too rich. Batman's too rich to be a superhero. He's got too much money. So I Batman.
But I don't really have a favorite DC superhero. I just really like I mean, I like Wonder Woman, but I'm more of like a Harley Quinn and what's his name? Lanawe from the new Suicide Squad movie, the Shark, King Shark. That's
Everyone loves. I love the Weasel.
You should definitely do on Halloween next year. Do a Harley Quinn take on your uniform, on your costume, on your gear.
I should. I was thinking of doing her, but like, you know, everybody always says Harley Quinn. But I was thinking for Halloween that I wanted to be Gwen Stacy and then my boyfriend be Spider-Man. So we might have that working too. I always have more than one costume.
I don't want to spoil Spider-Man for Joe because he hadn't seen it, the new one. So, but there's a lot of stuff.
Instagram memes. There's too many Instagram memes, and I'm like, what's this? No, don't look, Joe.
I'm pretty sure it's already spoiled for you, but just the new one, just being there, like, oh my god, it was crazy. Like I went the day of the premiere, and the whole theater was just, they were all into it, and it was just crazy experience. Definitely think you should watch it.
I went like that for opening night for Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Oh, I seen that one. It was pretty good.
It was Geek's not a big fan of Ghostbusters, and he saw it, and he was like, "That was really good."
It was a good movie.
I cried. I fanned out so hard at the end.
I would too if I was like if I watched all the Ghostbusters. I'm pretty sure it was a great moment. I watched the new one, but I'm not too familiar with all the other Ghostbusters. But I did like the ending. It was very nice, very sweet.
I don't want to get canceled because technically we're on Twitter right now, but there's only 2 movies. There's only 2 Ghostbusters. I don't want to get canceled by the cancel culture. There's only 2 cartoons. The one in 2016 wasn't in the same universe.
It's been Thanos.
It was been Thanos.
Well, I like that one. I like that one because it had Chris Hemsworth in it. So
yeah, I had no problem with that one. That one was good. Oh, there's a bunch of other promotions that you should definitely put on your list of promotions to try. They're in Florida. They're in Florida. You'll be able to go to them. It's Magic City
and CCW.
And CCW.
Oh yes, I'm familiar.
Magic City. Geek
I've done shows before. CCW, yeah, they're great.
Geek travels to Florida a lot to see his family. So if you're ever in CCW, when he's just message, "Hey, are you in Florida?" Because Geek can come to the show and drop you a sticker.
Mm-hmm.
And drop you a dude's.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, we have stickers.
Nice. I love stickers.
Yes. That's our gift to that's our gift to the guests. Yeah. That's our little gifts. All right,
nice.
Next.
Very nice, very generous.
Yeah.
Guys, can you hear
me? Yeah.
We hear you.
It's okay. I guess we can wrap it up.
Hear me?
We'll wrap it up.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we can wrap it
up. Okay.
All right.
All right. So this is no problem, Lexi. Hold on. This is Joe Panther the Third, and
no, if she has any upcoming shows, Joe.
Oh, you have any upcoming shows, Lexi, that you want to talk about really quick before we wrap?
Yeah, I'll be. I mentioned it earlier. I have Movement Championship Wrestling, the 19th of this month, and then right now I have for March, I'm doing Dream Women's Wrestling, March 12th. It's also a Tampa Bay Pro. If you guys or anyone watching that's in Tampa, and then I have other shows that are coming up soon. I just don't have the dates yet. but I will let you guys know.
Yeah.
Or you guys can see on my Instagram and my Twitter, wherever I post, you'll be able to see what shows up yet next.
And you can always send us the posters to our Instagram page, and we will happily post it for you so you can help you promote the show.
Yeah.
We love doing
Also,
it.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Also, where can people find you if they want to buy merch or something like that?
You can. I have merch right now. I have a prowrestlingtees.com. Just / Lexi Gomez. I have like 2 shirts on there. You can also get my newest merch on Fully Gimmicked. Just type in Lexi Gomez. I believe they put my name with 2 I's. So if you don't see it with just one, just put in Lexii. And then I have 2 shirts on there. I have a Barbie Eat Your Heart Out Lexi Gomez t-shirt, and then my newest chibi design, which is really cute. I also have those. If you guys ever come to my shows, whoever's watching, I have some sizes in person as well. You can look on my Instagram and my Twitter. It's all Lexi Gomez. Follow me on there. I'm very active on those 2 social medias, and I also will be posting some more on my YouTube pretty soon, which is also just Lexi Gomez.
Oh, awesome! We have a YouTube as well. If you want to subscribe to the channel.
Yeah. So you have Instagram. You have Instagram because you can plug that too.
You could tell people your Instagram. So people
that's just Lexi with 2 I's _Gomez _
Gotcha. So Joe.
Thank you so much, Lexi.
Thank you. Thank you.
Panther the Third.
Thank you guys for having me. Sorry again about the connection problems, but thank you guys for your patience. It was really nice talking to y'all.
Yeah. This is Joe Panther the Third and
Metal Geek
and
Lexi Gomez.
Lexi Gomez, and we will see you in the next one.